Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I'm back to share some more of the outlandish experiences that I had with my in-laws after my husband was shot and killed in November of 2023. So I know I told you guys about the threats. I didn't go into much detail about them yet. Again, that's for another time, but I told you guys about them showing up at my house 3 different times in January and March. I told you guys about the orders of protection cases. I told you about the small claims case that his mother filed against me for intentional infliction of emotional distress. Well, it was actually for emotional distress. I don't even think she used those words. And I told you about probate and the petition for probate to be open. And yeah, the 3 times that they showed up at my house. So this incident happened, I want to say like mid-April. So April 1st was the day for probate. Showed up via Zoom. I'm not going to talk too much about this. Well, maybe I will. So I showed up. I had already called around attorneys to see, and they're like, don't worry about it. It's probably going to be thrown out. The paperwork was filled out wrong. I was like, okay, cool. So I showed up, sitting on the call. They call his case. I'm on. I tell them, like, I don't think probate should be open, that his estate was less than 100,000. There was no real estate. There was no, all the stuff that you're supposed to say. And he was like, okay, hold on, let's see if the other party is here or whatnot. So my husband's son was in person in court, and then his attorney, he had an attorney, was online. And this is the attorney I told you guys about that, or did I tell you guys? Maybe I didn't tell you guys. This attorney that my husband's son got was actually the same attorney that my cousin-in-law used for her divorce. Okay, so anyway, he pops up and says that they're gonna fix the petition because the petition is wrong, and they set a date. Just told me to get an attorney or whatnot. Okay, whatever. This was April 1st. I think about mid-April, again, getting a call from the neighbor like, hey, the sheriffs are at your house. Is something going on? Anything new come up? And I was like, no, I already got the case from my husband's mom. That's already been settled. I already filed for that. So I was confused. So I was like, okay, let me go look up online again. I go to look up on the internet to see if they're the website where you can see if there are cases filed against you. It's a Cook County cases online, something like that. But I go, and then I find out, and yes, I'm gonna say it, my husband's son filed a lawsuit against me saying, I think it was emotional distress. I don't think he put intentional infliction of emotional distress. Again, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what terms to use. But he was trying to sue me for emotional distress, just like his grandmother was. I haven't been served this one. I think I went ahead of myself. So, okay, I see that he's trying to serve me. I called down to the sheriff's office to find out, well, what this is and if I can get it. And I arranged to actually go down and get the summons, the service, I don't know what you call it, the lawsuit, whatever you want to call it. It took about, I was in the courthouse for a while, or the sheriff's office for a while, waiting for the paperwork because they had sent it out, but then they sent it back because they knew I was coming. I was probably there for about 2 hours, I want to say, not more than 3 hours, I'm pretty sure. So I actually treated this one differently. So again, went home, read it. It was ridiculous. I didn't have a laugh because, again, this stuff is not funny to me during this time. Like, it's distressing, anxiety provoking, all of that. And again, suing me for emotional distress. I read through it, all the things that he says I'm doing. None of it's true. Admitted to getting stuff, admitting that I gave him stuff, and then putting a whole bunch of nonsense in there. I'll probably update a little bit more on that because I don't have it and I haven't read it again. But anyway, I think my whole point for today was more so to talk about how I got it and what I did. So This one, since I already went through it the first time, I think with the other one we're still in court of, we were still in court about. Remember, this is like in 2024. So this time, so I didn't write out my response. What I did was I filed my appearance, and then I filed a motion to dismiss. And this time around, I knew I could file a motion to dismiss because there was no grounds for it. And also the issues that he was trying to bring up in that lawsuit was going to be addressed in probate. And by this time, not by this time, by the time I had the court date for it, which I set the motion hearing, it might have been, well, May. So it had to been like at the end of May or June that I set the actual motion to dismiss that lawsuit. By the time I had got that, I had became the administrator of my husband's estate. So all the things that they were complaining about was going to be addressed in probate. So that one was easier to dismiss. I didn't have to file a response. I didn't have to file an answer. I just filed an appearance, and then I filed a motion to dismiss and showed up and got it dismissed. But again, like these things dragged out just because there were multiple court cases going on at a time. And maybe in one of my videos, I'll come back and I'll go through what the court cases looked each month, like how the dates went. But yeah, so I'll come back and talk more about this lawsuit, what was in it later on, and also about how the court cases went. And hopefully I'll have another update about probate. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I hope everybody is finding a way to enjoy every moment, not focus on the negative, and just be peaceful. And I'm signing out.